Hey guys, I wanted to come out to Whole Foods today, which is our favorite store, and do a tour and kind of show you how to maximize this store, because the number one thing I hear from you guys is the food piece is the hardest part of our program. You're getting fantastic workouts, people are setting PRs, doing a great job. If we could dial in the nutrition tighter, it's only going to make you better. So today we're going to walk through, show you what we know about Whole Foods. We're also going to work with an employee. She's going to show you stuff that hopefully we'll learn as well. So, hey guys, I'm here with Laura Brooks Bright.
Hi.
She's the marketing manager for Whole Foods here in Birmingham. And she's going to explain some of the sections here that I don't even know about. So
Absolutely. We just opened up this new Health Starts Here kiosk. And what it is, it's a movement that we're sort of taking from all 286 of our stores. And it explains to customers, how can you make smarter food choices? Where can you get the most nutritional bang for your buck? So we've got these handy Andes scores. Lots of information. Andes score shows the nutrient density of a food on a scale from 1 to 1,000. So as you can see, collard greens, kale, watercress are going to give you the most nutritional bang for your buck. So as we move around the store, I'll point out some of the other areas of foods, not just fruits and vegetables, where you can get more nutritional bang for your buck. But this is a great kiosk. There's lots of great books that you can read. We've also got this biometric measuring station. When you sit on this thing, it actually weighs you. It can take blood pressure. You can log in a username and password, and that way when you come back, it'll track your progress, which is just another way to make sure that you're reaching your health goals. So that's it. Be sure to visit it next time you're in the store. It's right next to the produce department.
Okay, as you can see, it looks awesome in here. Kind of compare it to, like when you go from the produce section at Walmart to the produce section at Publix, it looks a lot more colorful, a lot more bright, a lot better. This is even better than Publix. It's so much brighter, there's so many more options. We've got conventional vegetables and fruits, and we've also got organic vegetables and fruits, so you get a little bit of both and a much wider selection than you do at Walmart or Publix.
So we talked about Andes scores and how to get the most nutritional bang for your buck. Well, we make it really easy for you at Whole Foods Market, and we put the score right on there. So 1,000 is the highest score that you can have. So let's say you're over here, you're trying to decide what greens to buy for dinner tonight. You've got romaine lettuce at $389, or you've got watercress at 1,000. Obviously, this is going to be the better choice. You're going to get a whole lot more nutritional bang. So look for the numbers, and it'll help make those decisions really easier. The other thing that you'll see is that we have both conventional and organic items. The only difference between conventional and organic is the way that the product is either grown, raised, or processed. So items that are organic are going to be raised without the use of persistent pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers, whereas a conventional item could have those things grown with it. But here's the thing, is there is a price difference between conventional and organic, so what I encourage customers to do is decide what you want that's the most important organically. I suggest things that have no outer rind to it. So a banana that's conventional is fine because it's got a thick outer layer, as does a melon, so it's going to be difficult for an herbicide or a pesticide to get into it. Whereas something like a strawberry or a blueberry that is completely exposed to the air and you eat the whole thing, you really want to go organic when you can afford to. Potatoes are another thing. They absorb everything from the ground, so in a conventional versus organic there, I would definitely go with an organic on a potato or an onion, anything that grows close to the surface, because those herbicides and pesticides are going to seep right into the fruit or vegetable.
But they won't be eating a potato at our gym anyway.
No,
so.
they won't. But they might eat an onion.
Yeah, or sweet potatoes.
For those of you who aren't sure what's in season at what time of year, we've got this handy dandy once in season produce wheel. So it spins like this. By season at the bottom, or by month at the top. So right now you can see that spring onions, asparagus, strawberries, artichokes are coming into season. And if you'll look around the store, you're going to see that those things are going to be the best prices in this store. So if you'll shop with the season, you can afford to better shop organically if you want to, and you can certainly get the freshest available food. It hasn't been flown in from a really far away. It's at the peak of season, so it's going to be the best price you can get. It's a great way to shop on a budget. One of the coolest tools we have at Whole Foods Market are what we call our talking store programs. So a lot of times you'll see a sketch or an image of a particular product, and it'll show you what it can be used in, what it's going to taste like. Mushrooms are a great way to do that. We have so many different kinds of mushrooms. It can be really intimidating on how to buy them. Mushrooms are a great replacement for meat if you're trying to cut back on that. But this will give you kind of an idea of what they're going to taste like and what they might be good in. We also have this cool produce guide over here. which is this stand book, and it's going to go into a lot of detail and descriptions about all sorts of fruits and vegetables. It's got nutritional facts if you're counting calories and that kind of thing. So be sure to use this, but the very best tool are our team members. If you've ever got a question, just grab anybody in a Whole Foods Market logo and we'll be happy to find the answer for you. I know Forrest is always writing in y'all's journals about where to get your good fats from. This is it. This is in the bulk nuts section. So we've got Private Label Organic. Private Label is our 365 brand. This is definitely going to be the best price you can get 365 days a year. People get intimidated about Whole Foods Market. They think, oh, it's too expensive, I can't shop there. You really can, especially if you're shopping with 365. So we've got conventional and organic. You need to avoid the ones that have had salt added to them, but there are roasted versions that don't have salt added to them. So if you just need something with a little bit richer flavor, go with that. There's no added oils or anything. This is a great way to get those good fats.
All right, so we're always on you to eat a lean protein at every meal. And I know you get tired of chicken and turkey, tuna, and things like that. So there are a ton of choices. All the seafoods are good. All the meats are good. And we're just going to show you some of the options you have. Kind of open up your parameters and try some new things. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
So we're in our seafood department, and one of the great things about this is that you can either buy cuts that have already been filleted for you, or we've got all these whole fresh fish over here that are flown in 6 days a week. They're super, super fresh. Something that was caught yesterday could be in here this morning. We've got stuff coming from all sorts of resources. If there's ever a special fish that you want, let us know. We can send our fishermen out to get it. But, so all the fish are filleted in-house. We've got some great regional options that are farm-raised shrimp. We've got some farm-raised catfish. We have extremely high seafood standards. We own our own 3 distribution points. They come from Atlanta, they come from Boston, and they come from Seattle. So what happens is the fishermen bring those catches straight into Whole Foods Market ports. So there's no middleman. So you don't have to worry about like carbon monoxide being pumped into your fish to keep the color on them. It's completely transparent system, and then they're flown straight to the store. So you couldn't get fresher seafood unless you were fishing on the Gulf.
Okay, here is the grapeseed oil that we use so much, and so we replace it with butter. We use the grapeseed oil instead of butter. This is the 365 brand, and it's pretty cheap. I know we go through it sort of quickly, but it's the cheapest way to buy the grapeseed oil, and I think the flavor is actually better than the top brands up top.
One of the things that people need to know that's sort of behind the scenes at a grocery store is how to read a shelf tag. They can be a little bit intimidating. The thing that you need to look at the most is this yellow box, and what it's got is the unit price. So let's say you're trying to decide between the Private Label 365 and the Spectrum grapeseed oil. All you really need to look at, knowing that everything else is equal, is that one is twice the unit price, almost 30 cents more per unit than the other one. So why wouldn't you buy the one that's less expensive? Spices are a great way to add flavor to your meals without having to add any fat or sugars. So we've got a plethora of options over here, but I encourage you also to see if what you're looking for is in this bulk section right here. So a lot of times you're going to get the exact spices that you need at a whole lot less cost because they're packaged in bulk. So think about it. If you have an old container at home that you've emptied out, instead of buying a new jar, why not buy it in bulk and fill it up yourself, and you can save yourself $2 a jar.
Here are a few staples in most of our recipes. We've got the sea salt here. Make sure you get the finely ground, or otherwise you'll be chewing rocks. Then we've got down here the agave nectar. I personally like the light better. You can use dark or light, but this is a little less sweet. If you're not buying almond flour in bulk with the source that we put on the website, this is the almond flour here that works the best in our recipes.